Hello CA aspirants, welcome back to our channel CA Aspirants Comfort Zone. As you all requested, this is the chapter number 5 of Strategic Management. Let's revise for the very last time before giving this attempt. And this will be our last attempt because we'll be CA finalist in the after passing this exam. Let's hope for the best. Turbulent environment. In case of turbulent environment, we'll be using transformational leadership. Constricted middle level, that is hourglass. We all have seen hourglass, right? It'll be in this shape. The middle is so constricted, that is hourglass structure. Core strategies to implement operational control is budgetary control. Compliance, identification, and internalization are involved in changing behavior patterns. In case if we are following formal system, that is known as transactional. If it is informal or involve everyone, that is transformational leadership. Don't forget and don't get confused about transactional and transformational. Transformation is informal, transactional is for formal. Leadership roles. What are those? Stay on top of what is happening, promoting a culture of unity, keep organization to respond to change, exercising ethical leadership, pushing corrective action to improve strategy. What is the role of CEO? CEO, we have seen he'll be in the top level, that is corporate level. Strategic leader responsibilities are handle complex situation, make strategic decision that can't be delegated. Delegated, that means that cannot be passed to other persons to make those works. Mainly from CEO is from corporate level, right? He can't pass to the other level or his subordinates to work. That means can't be delegated. Formulate policies and plans, effective communication, manage human capital, manage change in organization, sustain corporate culture, sustain high performance over time, courageous decisions, make courageous decisions, seek feedbacks through face-to-face communication. In case of diverse business and multidimensional, we'll be using SBU model. Strategic Business Unit Model. SBU, Strategic Business Unit Model. What are the benefits of SBU? The chances of getting this question in the exam is very high. This has been repeated for the couple of times in previous exams also. Let's revise it. Benefits of SBU are: establish coordination between divisions, facilitate strategic management and control, determine accountability at level of distinct business units, allow plan to the relevant level in organization, make strategic review objective and more effective, help to allocate resources to areas with better opportunities, unrelating products, business and removed, separate vision, mission and competitors, could leaven 3 phases of strategic change process. Before this, we'll see what are the 3 reassigning methods, then we'll come into this. Compliance, identification, internalization. These are the 3 methods for reassigning. These 3 comes under the changing to new situation. First, in case the question arises from could leaven 3 phases of strategic changing process, we'll be writing unfreezing the situation. Next, changing the new situation. Under this, we'll be writing compliance, identification, internalization. Then the third step is rephrasing. What is strategic control? The strategy is being implemented as planned. The strategy results produced by strategy are those intended. That means the strategy we are performing and the output is in our control as we wished. 4 types of strategic control are premise control, strategic surveillance, special alert control, implementation control. Strategic formulation and strategic implementation are forward linkage, backward linkage. Forward linkage, that is for future, backward linkage using past data. Stability strategy. When product reach maturity level, it wishes to maintain at the same level so that the profit and the brand value will be more in that level. Process of implementation of strategy. First step is develop budgets. The second one is staffing and strengthening strategy. Ensure policies and operating procedure. Use best known practices and continuous improvement. Install information and operating system to carry strategy. Motivate people. Create company's culture. Keep improving strategies. Here we saw about reassigning. Here we also saw about rephrasing, right? We remember the point, that is rephrasing, that is the third phase. In second phase we'll be three more points, but in third phase we saw about rephrasing. Let's know what about what the word rephrasing and unfreezing means. Unfreezing, we also remember this is the first phase of this process. What is unfreezing? Prepare for change, aware about the situation, getting to know about the situation. Refreezing is now behavior becomes a natural way of life, coming out of our comfort zone to adopt for the new change is rephrasing. 5 stages of managerial process are: the first stage is developing a strategic vision. The second one is environmental and organizational analysis, formulation of strategy, implementing and executing the strategy, strategic evaluation and control. Coming to the next point, Davis and Lawrence have proposed matrix structure, that is cross-functional task, product or brand management, mature matrix. What is matrix? Functional and product forms are combined at same level of organization. It is most complex of all designs as it depends both vertical and horizontal flows of authority. Unstable environment, in case of the example is given, that is COVID-19. Network structure, use of outside sources like contracts. Corporate culture, here the character personality of organization includes faith, values and beliefs, corporate ethics, rules. What are the impacts of this? Gives rules to conduct business, motivation in workforce, effective strategy execution, gives structure and standards for operation, employee satisfaction about job. To change the culture, we have to first identify supportive and non-supportive elements of culture, hold candid discussions for change, communicate to employees about need for change. Culture as strength. Facilitate communication, decision making and control and create cooperation and commitment. It should be strong to communicate and operate. Culture as weakness. Abstract, smooth implementation of strategy. Employee may not have sense of commitment and loyalty with the organization. When organization culture are subdivided and traditions are rare, in this case the culture will be turning into weakness. Here we saw about the strengths, here we are seeing about the weakness. Here we saw about the two systems, right? In case of formal, that is transactional. In case of informal, that is transformational. We'll see that in detail now. Transformational motivates and empowers employees to achieve company's objectives by appealing to higher ideas and values. Work to change the organization culture and implement new ideas. Recognize and react to complex environment. Dedicate and admire the quality of the leader, not of its position. What is transactional? That is formal, right? Yes. This is formal. That is concept of formal top down. Yeah, we have written here. We'll highlight it. Formal top down type, more focused in getting the work. Followers are loyal to the position and holds a position, effective in achieving set objectives and goals. Coming to the next point, implementation control. Implement strategy into plan by sequential actions that form incremental steps, not a replacement to operational control. Continuously monitors the direction of strategy. Forms are monitoring strategy threats, check the result and progress, milestone reviews, complete reassessment and refocus. What is operational control? Controls individual task. The control which controls individual tasks, narrow scope, purpose to formulate a set of standards, plan instructions for tasks or transactions. What is management control? This control controls entire function, wider scope, purpose to achieve organizational goals. What are the types of strategic control? We already saw the types here. Where is it? Yeah, we already saw the types here. Premise control, strategic surveillance, special alert control, implementation control. Here we'll see that types in detail. The first one is premise control, assumptions about environment to check environment to know validity and accuracy of the premise and its strategy. Here the environmental factors like inflation, interest rates, industry factors like suppliers, competitors, rates, the product rates come into place in premise control. When talking about strategic surveillance, unfocused general monitoring of sources of information to uncover unanticipated information having bearing on organization strategy. Coming to the last few points, special alert control stands to unexpected investments cause change to organization structure, that is uncertain events. Implementation control is that we already saw about implementation control, that the output is in our control, the desired result we are getting as per the input given as per our prediction. That is called implementation control. Please, in case if you are not sure about the implementation control, please go back a few minutes ago. We have discussed about it in detail. Please check that. Process of control. Objectives of business system could be operationalized into measurable and controllable standards, a mechanism to measure performance, a mechanism for feedback, corrective and adaptive information, and instruments to system. What is strategic performance measure and how will we measure it? Monitor and evaluate progress. What are the characteristics of it? Alignment with strategic objectives, balanced scorecard approach, that is finance, customer, internal process, learning and growth, non-financial metrics, customer satisfaction, employee engagement, market share, product innovation. Leading and lagging indicators are: leading is predictive future performance, lagging is outcome based on measures, that is historical performance based on. We already saw this in a small point, that is lagging means using past experiences, leading means for the future. Cascading matrix, link to all levels, ensure working to common objective. Regular monitoring and review, benchmarking, communication and accountability. Finally, we have completed successfully all the 5 chapters of strategic management. In case of any doubts or any other help, you can just drop the message in the comment section. We'll be uploading these notes in few hours, and thank you for all the support, guys. Hope this video helps. Thank you so much. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos and contents to score highest marks in your CA exams, and also to get a proper knowledge on CA related things. Thank you.